are live and recording.
All right. I don't know who wants to open, but Beth or Christy, you guys open, and then I'll take it from there.
Sure, Beth, do you want me to start?
Well, you go ahead, Christy. You go ahead, baby.
Well, welcome everybody. Very excited to have you on. We have two incredible mentors in the New You Life, and very excited to have them share a little bit about their journey, and can't wait for you all to hear some more information on these wonderful products and this opportunity as well. So thank you for hosting us, Danielle and Beth.
Our pleasure. Beth, do you want to say a few words, and then
No, you go first, and we'll get you off, and then I'll say something. How about that, baby?
I appreciate that. You know, it's busy in our world of New You Life, but I'm thrilled to be here. Christy, thank you for having me. It's always a pleasure to hop on and talk to new people about the company that radically changed my life. If you're brand new and if you've never heard about New You Life before, we are a relatively new company, just over 3 years old, but we're at over $500 million in sales and 6 million bottles sold, which is record breaking of this one little product right here that I was very skeptical about in December of 17 when I got the phone call from a good friend out of Rhode Island. And he's not only a mentor of mine, but he's a multi-millionaire who is a real estate developer, former stockbroker, has done big things in the direct selling world, and everything he touches turns to gold. So when he called me 2 weeks before Christmas and said that he had an over-the-counter homeopathic real HGH, meaning human growth hormone product, I was like, yeah, no, I don't think you do, because I'm not sure why I haven't heard about it. And he said, well, it's been on the market 14, 15 years. It's had record-breaking sales, but it's been in a store, a natural food store in San Francisco Bay, California, and it's been sold online through a sports nutrition company. And the formulator who formulated it for elite MMA fighters over 15 years ago, so that they would have an alternative to the injectable protocols of real HGH. And so he created this amazing formula. He is a formulator for 31 years now. And Alexi Goldstein, who created Somaderm, the gel, also created 650 other products. And this was the #1 seller online and in his store for all of the years that he's been formulating. And a friend reached out to him about 4 years ago and said, you really should take that #1 seller and get it in the hands of network marketers, because it'll go global fast. And Alexi was like, I'm happy with where I'm at in life. I have the money I want. I have the success I want. But if I can help more people feel good and look good, let's talk about it. So they put 100 people on this product that had nothing to do with his current group of customers, regular users. We put them all on the product, and a couple months later, got them all to gather together. And they started sharing the stories of how much this hormonal balancing gel started to change their lives. And that's how New You Life was birthed. I was introduced in December of 17 when it was a brand new startup. I was like this, don't talk to me about startups. Startups are not easy, but I've been a serial entrepreneur and a hardworking woman since I was very young. And I've opened companies myself, 3 companies before the age of 31. All brick and mortar companies, and also got my real estate license while being a single mom, while trying to juggle, work and jobs and, doing everything that us people do that are super busy. And I have to say, this product so changed my life. I did not want to do the business end. I just wanted to try it, because I'm like, if it can make me look younger and help me drop some weight and give me a few, good results, I'll try it, because that's what people do. They want to feel good and look good. They'll try anything. So I said, get it to me. And on December 22nd of 2017, I started using it with myself and my former husband. We were married at the time. We were married for 15 years. Him being a semi-pro football player prior, and an ex-bodybuilder, and a guy who's always been in fitness as well as a construction guy. He's always been fit, but he got on it, and we both started having really good results. So in our first 6 weeks on this gel, which is bioidentical, it's 191 plant-based amino acids that make up the HGH. We just started to sleep better. We started to feel better. I started to have more energy, which was hugely important to me, because I was always fatigued. I started to notice weight was dropping off. Weird stuff was happening. And I'm like, this can't be, because I'm Mrs. It's got to be a placebo effect. I am on this 3 years now. I can promise you it's not a placebo effect. 6+ million bottles have been sold. We sell it in 7 countries now. Our company is the #1 fastest growing young direct selling company in the world as of last year. It's a product that has changed lives, and I love that it's homeopathic. I love that it is the maximum over-the-counter strength of somatropin that you can get, and it doesn't need a prescription. However, if you have medical conditions, you're in a doctor's care, you can just take this to them. We have an amazing product brochure, and let them see if it's a good fit. Your physician see if it's a good fit for you based on what you're being treated for. We don't treat, cure, or diagnose anything. But what I can tell you is increased levels of the real mother hormone in your body, HGH, can actually help you feel and look good in a multitude of areas. And I'm going to name some of them. Beth will give you her story shortly. But for me, my energy levels went from like a 0, 1. I was very, very fatigued when I got on this at the age of 43. My energy levels are now an 8 to a 9. And it took about 5 bottles, 5 months before I felt like my energy was really restored, but that was priceless. I dropped some weight. I put some muscle on. I noticed a reduction in the cellulite in my legs. I love the skin tone. I love the hair, the skin, the nails, libido, just in that area. Didn't think I had a problem, but apparently it could have been better. So it's better. We all laugh about who doesn't want a great sex life. We're all adults. And I have to say, for me, even though my issues were different than my former husband's, and my good friend who got on it had different issues, my mother had knee issues and joint issues. We all have different issues, but there are 40 potential benefits when you increase your levels of HGH in a safe, effective way. So all you're doing with this, just so you know, and I didn't do my evening dose yet, so I'll do it now. This is the world's only through the skin, AKA transdermal. That's what that means, through the skin. There it is. Look at it. It doesn't fall off. It's a gel. I call it liquid gold. It actually has 8 raw botanicals in it. We don't even use standardized extracts. It has adrenal support, thyroid support, which is glandular support, which is super important for the body. And it has a base of aloe, and it has the minor, what we call microdose of real HGH, as well as HGH boosters, which means helps your body to produce its own, your pituitary to produce its own. You rub it in on thin skin. And by the way, just a little tip, because most of you are going to want to buy this immediately. You rub it in and it's basically almost dry already. I do it on the tops of hands, anywhere where there's thin skin and veins. So behind the knees, armpits, genital area for men and women, yes. Wrists, in crook of arms, anywhere where you have thin skin and veins is where we want you to apply it 5 days a week, morning and night. Take the weekends off, you rub it on and done. You're probably going to start to notice that things start to feel good, and you'll start to notice changes in your first bottle. However, there are a small number of people, just like my fiance, who's not here right now, but it took him 3 months before he really felt a big change. Me, I was feeling it at the end of week 1, and most people feel it within the first few weeks. So don't be dismayed if it takes a bottle or 2. You don't go downhill in your hormone balance overnight, and it takes time for the body to rebuild, reboot, regenerate. But it's an incredible product. I also want to say we have other products. We have a fat loss drink that I love, because I'm getting married towards the end of this year, and we both want to look our best. So we drink that every day. Super inexpensive, amazing for helping burn fat better. So it's just helping you with whatever diet you're doing, low carb, low fat, Weight Watchers, keto. Even though it's a keto line of products, this drink can be used for any diet that is a healthy diet, right? If you're eating pizza and drinking beer and you drink this, it's not going to cancel anything out. Okay. So you got to take care of yourself, but it does increase the fat burn, which is what we love. We also have an immune blend called Fortress. Incredible. The ingredients list will blow your mind, especially if you're a guru with herbs and supplements and you know about ingredients. You'll be really impressed. We have a brain product called Nervy. So good. But more importantly, I use it as a pre-workout because I have a trainer now who kicks my butt about 4 days a week now. And I have to say the Nervy, I use it as an energy boost, but there's no caffeine in it, but it's really meant for gut brain health. Amazing for concentration, clarity. when I have a tired afternoon, which is most of the time I work out around 4 in the afternoon or 3:30, because I work my business in multiple countries, Taiwan, Hong Kong. So late at night, I'm usually up a couple nights a week, but I make sure I get my workout in and I drink my Nervy. So if you have long days, or you work a late shift, or you're a bus driver, you're a nurse, you're anyone who feels brain fog or not enough clarity, or you just want to really work on your brain health, incredible blend. It's a packet, you pour it in your water and done. We do have a new product coming out. I can't say what it is, but it'll be out in May, which is right around the corner. Brand new, totally different category than we've done. And I have personally been using it and testing it, and I'm obsessed with it. So excited about that. We're going to break into a different area. We're open in Hong Kong, Taiwan, the US, Canada. We just opened Australia, New Zealand. By the way, Australia is doing amazing stuff. New Zealand. We're about to open the European Union. We're about to open Malaysia and Singapore. We're about to open Japan and the Philippines. So really incredible to see our expansion, and everything's done through our phone. So if you're thinking about doing the business, don't dismiss it. I can't make an income claim. I can't tell you exactly what I earn and others earn. I could tell you some people make nothing in our company, because that's typical in any company. Some people make a little, some people make a lot, and some people make a ton. And it's not because they got in early. Because I have people who got in before me who never made a dime or made a little because they didn't work. So you're going to work, but you can do it part-time. You can be as busy as me, have multiple things, multiple kids, multiple things going on in your life, and still build a business right through your phone. We have an incredible, easy system to plug into. And it has paid off in spades. The house behind me, you see, I was able to purchase after my divorce. For the first time ever, I was able to buy a house on my own without any help. I was able to put down a chunk of cash for my home. And I've never been prouder to be able to show my kids that if you work hard, you see opportunity, you go for it, you work hard, and you have the courage to just go for it in life, you can make something happen. So what I will say is it's pretty much, there's no glass ceiling. This is a business that doesn't discriminate. You can start anywhere in life. You could have had a tough upbringing like mine, or you could have had an easy upbringing. Doesn't matter. Everyone starts at the bottom, and we have equal opportunity to go to the top. So it's an incredible, what I call the great equalizer. Network marketing is a phenomenal industry. So on the business end, I'm going to hand it over to Beth. She's an incredible leader. She's one of our top recruiters in our company for forever now. It seems she's been at the top of every report that we print because she's an amazing leader, servant leader, but she also knows how to do the business with heart, which is something I do. I don't like to sell. I don't like to push people. I like to build with my heart. I look for people that have issues with sleep, issues with whatever, and I show them a possible solution. And if they have issues with finances and they're looking to change the way, I show them a possible solution. That's all we do. We're educators. So I hope something resonated with you tonight. Get back with Christy or whoever invited you. And I'm going to hand it over to Beth. I've got a few minutes I can watch and learn from the great Beth Pylan.
Well, you're so sweet, but I want you to answer a question for me.
Sure. Okay.
I want you to tell them the mastermind group that you're in with Eric Worre and what you have. I know you can't talk about income, but you can tell what group you've been invited into across the globe.
Yeah. Oh, that was crazy. Some of the stuff that's happened. I'm 10 years in this industry this year. It's crazy what's happened. I always knew I was going to hit it big. I always believed in myself. I just didn't know how. On paper, it didn't look real, like it could happen. You would have been like, Danielle, you're crazy to think you'll ever be a 7-figure earner. But I just believed in myself. It's the weirdest thing. I always knew, like, it's in the knowing. You got to know you're going to make it, even if it doesn't look like you know how. So I got a call about a year ago, and they invited me to be a part of this group of the top 140 earners globally in our industry. There's 10,000 companies globally, if not more now. And to find out that I was in the top 140, I mean, I literally bawled my eyes out like a baby. But when they said, you get to be a part of this, and when I learned I got on the first private meeting training, some of these people were earning $500,000 a month. Like, my mind was blown. And then some people were making way less than me, but we were all 7-figure or more a year earners. And I just sat there and went, oh my gosh, I can learn so much from these people. And you know what? You never want to be the smartest one in the room. I'm always trying to learn more, do more, be more, so I can help people succeed. So that was an honor. I get to do that every Wednesday at 4:00 Eastern. I get to rub elbows with some of the most amazing people I've ever met in my life. A few of them, I'll take her to leave it, but 99% of them, they're not cocky, they're humble. They're just like me. They're so grateful to God for being blessed with this ability to even have this happen to them. So, hold on, sorry, the phone was just ringing. So I hope that you guys really think about what it is you want, because it doesn't matter what I want. If you want it, then you just have to link up with someone like me who can help you, and like Beth, because really that's how I made it. I just kept listening to the person above me who mentored me, and he's been my rock, and I just did what he taught me to do. And Eric Worre has also shown me that I have to blow the limits off what I think is possible. And I'm not limiting myself anymore. So don't limit yourself.
Danielle, that was great. Thank you so
Thank
much. And I know
you.
you're doing another one at 8:30, right?
I am, for all these new females that are pouring into our company from all over the world. I'm doing a women's event at 8:30 tonight, and I'm so excited to share with these women that anything's possible, and you just got to go for it. So if you're plugged into the right vehicle at the right time and you hustle, you can make it happen.
Absolutely. And we'll be on in just a few minutes.
All
with
right.
You.
Thank
All right,
you for
thanks,
having me,
darling.
guys.
Thank
All right.
you
Have a
so
good
much.
night.
Appreciate you. Christy, I just wanted to add one thing. I wanted her to share that because I think is it the FTA or something has gotten really strict about making income claims. But I was with another direct selling company, as was, Christy and I both. And the top that company is now 56, 57 years old. It is, until the founder passed away, it was just an amazing company. And then things really changed. But I was looking at the woman that I got to be very close with, the woman that made over $20 million out of this company. And she and I got to be friends. And one thing she said to me, she said, "You girls will never make the money we made." And of course, that's not what you want to hear. And I want you to know that I do business. I do it with my heart, but the 90% of the people that think about doing this as an opportunity do it because they want extra income, 90%. So that's why I'm addressing this. And she said, "You girls will never make the money we made." Well, that's not what I wanted to hear, but here's what I knew about her. She got in the company when it was very young. She helped the founder develop Canada and Mexico and the European Union, which is what's happening with our company. And that's how she made the money. And see, that's where we are in this company in New You Life. And I prayed that I could find something that was a ground floor deal still, even though it's 3 years old. A lot of the kinks have been worked out, because in a startup, you have to work the kinks out. And so God led me to this company. I've been using the gel and the products for 2 years. They have changed my life. I'm a lot older than Danielle and Christy. And so, I was at the age that, when I woke up in the morning, I didn't know when I threw my legs over the side of the bed if I was going to be able to stand up straight or not, because I always woke up with lower back pain. And I don't even have to think about that now. They don't want you to say pain. They want you to say discomfort. I'm sorry. But anyway, my point being that if you've thought about, if I have realized all 40 benefits of this product, everything. I was sleep deprived because I was waking up 3 or 4 times a night. And when you're doing that and you're not having deep sleep, peaceful sleep, then you don't have the energy. It's like a vicious cycle. And so now I sleep great. I have people always say, "I cannot believe your age." And I'm not saying that I look like Marilyn Monroe, but what I'm saying is that there's some people that are my same age, and I look at them and, they think they're old. They really do. And I don't think I'm old. You know what I'm saying? And this product has a lot to do with that because of the energy, and I don't have the joint issues that I had. So having said all that, Christy, is there anything you want to add before we get off?
Stacy just joined us because we had issues with these links, but Stacy, didn't you have, or do you suffer with fibromyalgia?
I do, yes.
Okay. So if, there's been a lot of people, so, I have really been passionate about it in the fact of, from all my Bible studies or friends saying, all these other hormonal issues. And I'm like, oh my gosh, there is such a need. Like everybody needs to know, because you're like, I was crying at the doctor's office going, I'm just desperate. Just find something for me. You
Right.
get to that point. Well, but there's a lot. The big thing with this product that I've noticed since I've started using it is it's helping people with like fibromyalgia and other issues. So it's not just hormonal. So if you could just say just one quick thing about that before we go, I think, and then I'll just pass the recording to the other girls that got stuck.
Um, I would say one thing you need to add her to that private Facebook group that has the testimonials in it. Is that NUL Live? Is that where I think that's where it is? You can add 2 people a day. Would definitely add her to that. And there's all kinds of, Stacy, we can't promise anything. That's against the law. But, I do know about fibromyalgia. I do because I have a Scotch Irish background. And so my ancestors and a lot of people from that, England, Scotland, Ireland. I don't know if you know this. I'm sure Stacy does, but a lot in that line, that lineage, that bloodline, that they seem to have a lot of fibromyalgia. And so I think it would be worth you trying it. What have you got to lose? And let her, and like I said, get her on some of those testimonial pages. And if you want to, put you and Danielle and her on a 3-way text and just mention that to her. And then I know Danielle has got straight meetings tonight. It'll probably be tomorrow before she can reply. But Danielle has been in it for 3 years, and she just knows more than I know. So that's what I would recommend, Christy.
Okay. And
But I
I
was
think
gonna tell you
I'll
about
forward you the recording as well too, because you missed the first half when she was explaining all the benefits
Right.
about the
I
product.
watched it. I was
which
able
is
to
the
watch it all.
main. Good to see
The
I
you.
other
think
thing
I
that-
watched it all.
Oh, you
Okay.
did? Okay, good. I didn't see you on there. Okay, perfect.
The other thing that I will tell you, that 2 people very close to me, one's right up line for me, talking about the change of life and everything, is she had hot flashes and night sweats. And as long as she's on the gel, she doesn't have that. She went to Europe before all the COVID and all that stuff and was in Paris. Her ex-husband is from France, and her daughter's half French and half American. So she goes over there a lot and ran out of gel and started having hot flashes and night sweats. She couldn't wait to get back home and get back on the gel. So, I mean, there's tens, thousands of different testimonials about how it's helped so many people.
That's what's neat, is I love that it's helping people. Okay, well,
Yeah.
I know you all have things to do tonight, so thank you for joining us tonight. It's great to see all of you, and thanks again for all your time, Beth, as well.
Sure. And I would recommend it to, if it's okay with everybody, you send out the video to them, get on the gel and let them, you may have already done that, but I think that'd be a great one for all of them to watch, whether they're thinking about the product or maybe doing, something with the business.
Okay.
And then we can talk to them on a 3-way, whatever.
Yes. Thank
Okay.
you.
Thank you. Good night.